My name is Tamori Daniels, and I'm a freshman. One way deadlines and workloads affect my mental health would probably be just the stress of them floating over me. I kind of consider them a dark cloud over my days, and I would prefer if deadlines or workloads were less time consuming. I feel like that we will be able to recite and do homework without it taking hours and hours to do. Some professors do have unreasonable expectations, but others are more reliant or just understands that this is the amount of work that one person is going to be able to do, plus the work that they have from other classes. There are other professors who doesn't really even care about that. So it just depends on who class you're in. One strategy I use to stay on top of my assignments and manage my stress would probably be to remember every deadline in my head. It just helps me know that if I don't turn this in by this amount of time, it's going to affect it's just going to affect my scheduling and for my other work, that's future assignments and stuff. It's just going to clog me up, which really adds more stress to that cloud I mentioned before. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, one of my go-tos for coping myself and grounding myself would probably be to just go ghost, as most people know it as. I try to stay to myself and just kind of refocus myself. I feel like it's a subject that gets a lot of people uncomfortable, and I know for me personally, it makes me very uncomfortable talking about it. Have I ever felt burned out? Yes, I have. I would probably say definitely during last month of November, excuse me. One way I noticed is that I was falling behind on a lot of my assignments, but it was also that I feel like my anxiety went up and I was adding a lot of pressure to myself that necessarily wasn't really on me until I pretty much put it on myself for, falling behind. Once I finally decided to step out my shell and, meet a few friends, I actually found out that the college do host a lot of events and things that contribute to mental health.
Where the mean is 32.9, but of course both the median and the lower the 31, which has.
Sir, my name is Christopher Marshall. I'm a math instructor. I've been in the math department now for the past 18 years.
The center of that data set.
So one of the things that, that I can recognize when students are stressed out, if the information seems to be overwhelming, then they just mentally check out and they revert back, to the cell phone. So be it that it's a 50-minute meeting time or an 80-minute meeting time. Students, once they check out mentally, one of the things I notice that's apparent or that's across the board, they refer to that cell phone. Depending on the length of the class time, let's take a break. Let's gather ourselves, maybe, a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, just to, collect ourselves, collect our thoughts. It's a lot of distractions out there. I understand, needless to say, it's a whole lot of distractions. I think they get caught up in terms of, where they just come from, which is the high school environment, for whatever the environment entail, into the college atmosphere where it's like, okay, well, it's a new level now. You got to take things a lot more seriously than what you've done in previous years. College is not like high school, just so for the simple fact that they're coming into college, yeah, it's basically, a culture shock for them. I will usually give students the opportunity to earn extra points, for whatever they may be lacking. Let's say, for instance, if they drop the ball a couple of times on a couple of quizzes or even an exam. Well, I may create a bonus assignment, such as maybe doing research, given that this is an HBCU, maybe learn about themselves, learn about their culture, for one, to earn some points.
How y'all doing? My name is Amber and I'm a criminal justice major and I'm a graduated senior. Do deadlines and workloads affect my mental during busy weeks? They affect my mental by pushing me, knowing that I have to get it done, because if I don't, then that's when the stress builds up. And in order for me to continue to have a stress-free week, I gotta at least be, what's the word I'm looking for? I gotta at least, be productive with everything that I have to do, dealing with schoolwork, photography, anything. Do I think that the expectations from professors are realistic? Yes, because they're just like any other teacher we've had during K through 12. They want to see us strive, especially if you got a really good connection with your professors. I can definitely say I have about 5 professors I got on my phone right now I can call, and they will fuss at me, and I'm going to allow them to, because I know they want the best for me. Strategies I use to stay on top of my assignments and manage stress: I pray. I always got to pray. That's why I say I'm stress-free, because I can't allow myself to pray and then have stress. What's the point of praying? What's the point of asking God to lift that off of me? And for my assignments, I just do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, the assignment's going to be there. You know that the assignments are coming. Just do it and let it be over with. The degree of pressure that I received is, I've been here for 5 years. You know what I mean? I graduate next semester, so that means that's going to be like my 6th year in school. I messed up my freshman year. I wouldn't say all the way. I had like a 3.5. Sophomore year, I messed up, and I was like, you know what? This ain't nothing. So now look at me. 2 years behind in my actual graduation date. So I think the pressure came with maintaining and keeping up my grades and not, being lazy, just because how easy it is. And that goes also to that professor question. Just because my professors fuss at me and want the best for me, that don't mean that we cool and buddy-buddy. Some professors, if y'all cool, if y'all click, they gonna let you go. But not all professors are like that. So I think I also just got ahead of myself when it comes to with my professors as well.